Let's now talk about what happened on the Korean peninsula. A very interesting story, a very rare story in fact. It's been called an extremely rare incident. A man crossed the heavily guarded border from South Korea to the north. A border that is said to be nightmarishly difficult to cross, yet the defector went unnoticed. Who was he? Seoul says he was a North Korean defector who has now returned home. Their claims, however, do not add up. Our next report tells you why.
This is the Korean DMZ, short for the Korean Demilitarized Zone, the most fortified strip of land in the world. It's 250 kilometers long and 4 kilometers wide. It separates North Korea from South Korea. On New Year's Day, a daring defection unfolded along the DMZ. An unidentified man crossed this heavily armed border. He entered North Korea from the south. The person's fate is unknown, but thermal cameras on the South Korean side detected 4 people on the other side of the border, suggesting that he was taken away by North Korean troops.
Last night, an unidentified person defected to North Korea through eastern side of the demilitarized zone, and the Joint Chiefs of Staff inspection team is currently checking the scene.
The story is both rare and unusual. Why would a South Korean defect to North Korea? The answer remains a mystery. South Korea's explanation makes one even more suspicious. It says the defector was in fact from North Korea and had slipped into South Korea in late 2020. On New Year's Day, he crawled back to his home country, apparently to escape economic difficulties. It's unclear if this is exactly what happened. But if it indeed is the case, then it raises serious questions about South Korea's security posture. The Korean DMZ is said to be one of the most heavily guarded stretches of land in the world. It's littered with scores of mines, land traps, barbed wire fences, and troops ready for combat. All of this makes the border nightmarishly difficult to cross. The odds of making it through are said to be astronomical, especially to North Korea, where troops are known to shoot any defector on first sight. In fact, in September 2020, North Korea fatally shot a South Korean fisheries official, who was found floating in North Korean waters along a sea boundary. Here we have a defector who traversed the entire border, went unnoticed by South Korean troops, and instead of getting killed, was welcomed back by the North Korean military. Who exactly was this man? Was he a spy? We may never really know, but South Korea certainly has some serious checks to do. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.